Welcome to this session where I will show you how to consistently earn a six-figure income from content development, even if you are an absolute beginner with zero experience. I promise you that at the end of this session, you will have everything you need to get started. I will share practical insights with you. I will show you examples of what I have done and what we are doing as a company. I will even give you a sample of an engagement letter that we actually sent to a client and we won the project. I've only changed the name. Okay, I've changed the company name, the client's name, but every other detail is exactly what we sent out. And I will share a lot of other tools and resources with you. I want to encourage you that before we even get started, make up your mind that you are going to start implementing immediately, because it's not just by acquiring knowledge. They say knowledge is power, but it is applied knowledge that is power. The Bible says that knowledge puffs up, love edifies. So you have to apply the knowledge that you have in service to people, because service is the way you demonstrate love, by giving to people, by helping people out, by serving people. And a lot of us talk about serving God, we love God and all of that, but the way you truly love God, okay, is to love your brother. If you don't love your brother, if you don't love your sister, okay, you cannot say you love God. And if you are not creating value for your brother and your sister, you are not creating value for the people around you, you are not helping them out, you are not serving them, then you do not love God. You are only deceiving yourself and making it look like you do. You understand? So that's the idea. Don't just accumulate knowledge, get knowledge, then see how you can apply that knowledge in service to people. That is how you get edified. That is how you get built up, instead of just getting puffed up. I've said it over and over again that information, okay, is to the mind what food is to the body. So the way we eat food and the kind of food that we eat determines how healthy we are physically, how we look physically, and all of that. In the same way, the kind of information that we feed into our minds determine how healthy we are mentally, and the kind of things that we can do, how capable we are. Now, the same way that when you eat food, if you just eat everything, just keep eating everything, and your body is not digesting it, or your body cannot make use of it, it creates problems. Okay, for example, you might have constipation, and there are a lot of people all over the place with mental constipation. They have a lot of knowledge, and then they just get puffed up. They expect that people should give them certain kind of regard, okay, that they should be making a lot of money simply because they have a lot of knowledge. ChatGPT has knowledge, like AI, okay, can do a lot of things that you don't even have to think about in a fraction of a second. So it's not about accumulating knowledge. It's about applying the knowledge in very practical and meaningful ways to solve practical problems, to help people. That is how you get better as a person, and that is how you become a person of value. So make up your mind that you are going to implement what you learn immediately. Once you finish watching the video, start implementing. And if you are joining us live, you can also start implementing immediately. Okay, you finish the session, do something, take action, then draw up a plan to consistently take action over the next 30 days. And I can promise you that within the next 30 days, you can make your first 6 figures from content development, simply by applying what I'm sharing with you, because these are practical things. I have been doing this personally, and we have been doing this as a company, and we don't make 6 figures, we make multiple 7 figures. So if we are making multiple 7 figures, we can definitely show you how to consistently make 6 figures. Then you can grow from there. Okay, before we proceed, let's take the Plenipotent Creed, our opening prayer, then we go into the rest of the session. I am an ambassador of the kingdom of heaven on earth. The God kind of life is at work in me. By virtue of this supernatural advantage, I have overcome the limitations of my environment and risen to my full potential. The Almighty God has given me wisdom and power to build up vast assets that have continued to generate an abundance of wealth, bringing me to places of influence and affluence. My wealth and riches have continued to increase and multiply exceedingly, so much that accounting for them is like counting the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore. I have found my place in God's eternal plan for humanity and realized His purpose for my life. I am now a blessing to everyone in my spheres of influence. For as he is, so am I in this world. Now, it's important that we lay the foundation. A lot of people would want to skip to here, show us how to make the 6 figures, but your mindset is important. And a lot of people want to skip that. You cannot skip it. You have to constantly keep renewing your mind so that you can be in the right place to make use of the information you are receiving, so that you don't just end up with information overload. Rather, you end up with transformation. You become a different kind of person, the kind of person that can produce, okay, the kind of person that can deliver results. Okay, so why are we doing this in the first place? I've said it before, we do recruitment and we have to turn down a lot of people because they simply have no value to add. That's the honest truth. It's sad, but it's the reality. You have 400 applicants for a position and you can only take like maybe 5 or 4 people to the assessment phase, and even after the assessment phase you find that maybe only 1 or 2 people are qualified. A lot of people don't have the kind of skills that they need to have. They think they do, but they don't. There is no single employer that will turn down somebody that has value to add. There is no single employer that will say that no, we don't need you. If you can help the company grow, you can help the company make money, and you have demonstrated it through the selection process, no single employer will turn down that kind of person. So if you are being turned down, don't feel bad about it. Take it as feedback, and work on yourself. Now, so I want to take it upon myself. In fact, I have taken it upon myself to help people. If you are looking for jobs, you don't need to look for jobs. You don't need for somebody to employ you. You don't need anyone to employ you. You only need to deploy yourself. And that is why we are having this series of trainings, master classes, various kinds of interventions. And you don't even need to have prior skills. If you don't have skills, no problem. Okay, that is why we're doing this. We're going to be covering different kinds of skills in our various sessions. In this session, we're focusing on content development. And under content development, we cover a lot of skills: graphic design, email marketing, copywriting, and we're going to see all of those things I just mentioned in this session. So all you need to do is, okay, add value to yourself. We're doing all of these things for free, so there is no reason you should not take advantage of it. So add value to yourself so that you can then add value to others, and you don't have to be searching for jobs. Jobs will start searching for you. People will want to engage you on their projects, and you even have more freedom. Okay, you have more freedom. You can charge more. You can do things on your own terms and all of that. So that is why we are doing this. And the underlying principle, or one of the underlying principles, comes from the parable of the vineyard owner. You can read that parable in the Bible, where there was this landowner that went out at various times in the day, went out early in the morning, and he hired people to work in his vineyard. Then after a while, he went out again and he saw some people out there and said, why are you standing here? What's happening? And all of that. I said, it's because we haven't found anybody to hire us. Just like a lot of people are idle because I have not found anybody to employ me. I have not found a job. And that guy said, no, don't worry. Just go into my vineyard and work, and I will pay you whatever is right. Now, the problem is many people don't want to work. They are just looking for a job. So if you truly want to work, you will have lots of opportunities to do so, and that is what we're doing with this series of sessions. When you read that story, you find that a lot of them they were just looking for the money. They even started arguing with the man at the end of the day, dragging issues with him and all of that. And I said, this is my vineyard, this is my money, I can do whatever I like with my money. And let me tell you, see, money gives you power, so you want to make a lot of it to help people, okay, and then so that you also will be free, okay, to do the kind of things you need to do in life. And it's not about following your passion. You don't get money by following your passion. Honest truth, okay? After you have become rich, after you have made money to a certain degree, then you can start following your passion. It's okay. You will now make more money by following your passion after you have crossed a certain threshold. But until you cross that certain threshold, don't even try to follow your passion. Follow value. Where can you create value? What are people already spending money for? Okay, how can you be one of the people providing that thing that people are spending money for? Do you understand? People are spending money for a lot of things. Content development is one of them, which is why we're having this session. We're going to cover a lot of other areas, some practical applications of technology, a lot of things that people are spending huge money on those things. And you can take your own slice of the pie. And it's not even just about taking your slice of the pie. You can make a bigger pie, okay? You can make a bigger pie on your own, and then you enjoy the rewards. You understand? So that is the essence of what we are doing. We are promoting deployment over employment, working to learn instead of working for money, working to acquire wisdom and skill, okay, working to acquire the power to create wealth instead of looking up to somebody to pay you. Now that person that you are looking up to employ you and to pay you is a human being like yourself. You understand? So the way that person is making money and paying you, you can also make money and pay other people, and then also help those other people to come to that level where they can employ others. You can be a job creator instead of a job seeker. There's nothing wrong with being a job seeker. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, but you should not be a job seeker or an employee forever. You should be that for a while, for a season, and then you transit into something else, and or you have something else you are doing on the side in addition to being an employee somewhere. And I don't even believe in having employees. We don't have employees at the Plenipotent company. We have team members, we have operatives, we have consultants that work with us. We have different categories of team members, but we don't have employees. Okay, so you don't want to be an employee forever. Even if they use that word for you, if they call you an employee, you need to adopt the mindset of an entrepreneur in that organization so that you're actually an intrapreneur, not just an employee. You are working in somebody else's business with an entrepreneurial mindset, and that is the way to grow. Otherwise, you will never have the kind of freedom that you need to truly fulfill God's plan and purpose for your life. This is the honest truth. I'm just saying it as it is because I have been there, I've experienced both sides, and I can tell you which one is better. There are a lot of people that want to do certain things, but because of money, they can't do it. For example, there are people that are called into full-time ministry and they know it. Some of them have known it since they were in school, but they couldn't. They are like, okay, if I step out, so how will I sustain myself? How will I, because of that, they take a job and then they take another job. They say, no, I only do it for a while. For a while becomes 3 years, becomes 5 years, becomes 25 years, and then becomes forever. Then at the end of the, when old age, you now want to pick up, and it's not going to be the same. There are people that maybe you are called to work with orphans and vulnerable children. Orphans and vulnerable children will not give you money. But that is what you are called to do. So you need to have something else you are doing, okay, that generates income for you. That's what Paul did. Paul says that woe is me. I'm speaking KJV now. Woe is me if I preach not the gospel. Now, this was a learned guy, solid guy. He said that I count everything as dung for the excellency of knowing Christ. He understood his purpose. And he said, see, this purpose, I'm going to pursue it. And I'm not going to let money hinder me. So he had his business. He had what he was doing. He told them, he said, I have the right to collect money from you like Peter and the other apostles and everybody. But by pride, I take pride in the fact that I can do this for free without charging you for it, which is why we also do a lot of things for free. There are things we charge for, but the things that we do for free are more than the things that we charge for. So Paul said, I want to do all of these things for you, for free. That is how I get the satisfaction. That is how it makes sense, because whether I like it or not, I must do it. Okay, so the way it really makes sense to me is, okay, I'm doing it for free. That's why I can say, yes, I'm doing something meaningful, because whether I do it, whether I like it or not, I must do it. Woe betide me if I don't do it. That's what he said. So he had something he wasn't depending on anybody for income, so he could preach any message he wanted to preach. You wouldn't think like, if I say this now, maybe they will send me away, maybe they won't give me money. You understand? He had that freedom. He could go wherever he needed to go. He could do whatever he needed to do. He could pursue, God's plan and purpose for his life full time. You understand? Because he had ways he was making money. He said, my hands are provided for me and the people that work with me. That is the vision. That is where you want to be. You are not looking up to anybody. You are looking up to God. Okay? And then implementing the insights and ideas that God gives you. And this session is one of the ways through which is giving you insights and ideas. Implement those insights, implement those ideas. And join our discussion platform if you are not yet there, Growth Catalyst Quest. It's free. You understand, and you get all the insights, resources that you need, okay, to move you to the next level. Okay, now, one of the mindset shifts you need to make is to understand that profits are better than wages. Okay, so you want to create systems that enable you to earn unlimited income. I first heard that from Jim Rohn. Profits are better than wages. He said that wages will make you a living, but profits can make you a fortune. And I found that it is true. You can make as much money as you want to make. okay, when it is profits that you are operating with, instead of wages. For example, you are working in an organization, and maybe in a school, for example, because that's a simple example to use. You are working in a school, and then the school increased school fees, and then you are a teacher, so you expect that they will also increase your salary. The fact that they increase school fees does not necessarily mean that they will increase your salary. There is a lot that they are going through. There is a lot they are spending money on that you don't even have a clue about. So if you are not happy, and then a lot of teachers get angry, okay, the school is increasing school fees, they are not increasing their salary and all of that. What value are you adding? You think you are adding a lot of value, but they are paying you to the extent that you are adding value. If you think you are adding more value than that, then go somewhere else where they will pay you better, or start your own school and see what it looks like. So that is how you can show that yes, you truly have an entrepreneurial spirit. And I know someone like that. She went ahead and started her own school, and they say yes, good job now you are showing that yes, you really have what it takes. You understand? So you don't complain wherever you are, whatever they are paying, you don't complain. You try to see how you can create more value. You appreciate the opportunity you have been given to learn, to grow, to add value to yourself. And then when you feel that yes, you can add value on your own, then you can step out and do it. Okay, but don't start complaining they should pay you more and all of that. What you should do is to create a system, okay, that helps you to rise above that, so that you can start any profit, okay, instead of wages. Now, another mistake that many people make is that they just learn one skill or a lot of unrelated skills, and they are wondering why they are not making money with it. The way this works is like you want to prepare soup. Now, if you want to make soup or even good food, but let's use soup as an example, you need a lot of ingredients. You need oil, you need salt, you need seasoning, you need pepper, you need tomato, you need onions. Okay, now you know that I know how to cook. Okay, that's like the way. Okay, but at least I know the ingredients. Okay, now, but the point is you need a lot of ingredients to make a good soup. That is the same way it is with your career, with your business. You need to combine a lot of related skills, okay, to truly create value in a way that will give you the kind of income that you are looking for. You need hard skills, you need soft skills, you need technology skills, you need a lot of skills. We'll bring a lot of skills together. You will see that as we go along. I will show you examples of how I brought a lot of skills together to achieve something. Okay, so you can't just have one skill. It's just like someone says, oh, I'm selling salt. You can sell salt, it's okay. Someone says, I'm selling pepper. You can sell pepper, it's okay. But the person that will make the most money is the person that buys salt from the salt seller, buys pepper from the pepper seller, buys different ingredients, puts everything together, creates a space where people can come and enjoy themselves. Somebody can bring his wife, somebody can bring their husband, somebody can, a family can bring their children, friends can come, their business partners can come and meet, and then they discuss, over a meal. Now that person has added a lot of value, taking a lot of things together and created something else entirely. That is the person that will make the most money at the end of the day, not the pepper seller, not the salt seller, but the person that can bring all of that together to create something new that delivers value at a much higher level. And that is the kind of person you want to be. You want to be able to combine multiple related skills, and for you to do that, you need projects to work on. You can't just be learning in silos. So I learned graphic design, I learned how to use Canva, okay, I learned email marketing. You need projects, okay, that will help you to deploy those skills in practical form, okay, and then you can receive feedback and you can improve yourself. Okay, what I am doing with this series that we're starting, that we're running, and then with the Growth Catalyst Quest, is that I am actually beginning again. Everything I have done, in my career, in my business, I am, imagining that, okay, I'm starting all over again. If I'm starting all over again, what am I going to do? Everything I've done in private, I am now doing it, showing people this is what I have done that has brought me here. You also can do the same thing, okay, and get here. But only a few people will take it. Most people will not accept. Just like Jesus said, many are called, few are chosen. When Jesus started, giving people bread and fish, all of them were happy. Hey, Messiah is here and all of that. But when he said, I will give you my flesh and my blood, then they said, what is this? And they ran away. Then he turned to the 12. Okay, are you also going to leave? That is the level I am. I'm not looking for anything. Okay, it's up to you. If you take it, good for you. If you don't take it, it's also up to you. You understand? But I am sharing everything that I can share, okay, to help as many people, okay, as are willing to be helped. So this is exactly what I did. All these things I'm showing you are exactly what I did. And if you do the same, you are going to achieve the same results, and eventually you are even going to achieve better results. Just like Jesus Christ said, he said, greater things than this shall you do. And he says that a student who has learned from his teacher, or a disciple who has learned, from his master, okay, will become like his teacher or become like his master. That is, to be able to do the same things, produce the same results, and you will be able to do it in a much higher way, at a much higher level, and in a way that is even almost effortless, okay, because you are building, on what someone else has already done. Okay, so you want to decide whether you want to just be among the multitudes of people that will just listen, and not do anything, and that will run away when it is time to do the work, or if you want to be among the few disciples that will truly transform their lives and literally change the world. The choice is yours. Okay. Yeah, so let's go now into the content development, part. So why should you even be interested in content development? I've told you that the way to create value, the way to truly make money, is to look for what people need. You are meeting people's needs, you are solving people's problems. What are people already spending money on? And then how can you be one of the people providing that thing that people are spending money on? And people are spending money on content marketing, content development, content. You say content is king. Like, everything starts with content. A pastor that wants to preach a sermon, he has to write it down. A speaker that wants to deliver, a speech, everything starts with content. Movie, you want to create movie, everything starts with content and ends, with content. At the end of the day, you produce different kind of content, okay, from what you started with. You understand? So content is something that everybody interacts with one way or the other. Whether you are listening to the news, is content. Whether you are reading a blog post or you are reading newspaper, it's content. Do you understand? So you have a wide range of opportunities to cash in, okay, to cash in on. Okay, you can cash in on a wide range of opportunities when you understand how content development works, and how to create value with it, and how to capture value in return, okay, so that you can make money. So you need to know, I keep saying that because it's important, you need to know how to create value, how to communicate the value that you are creating, and then how to capture value in return. So you can serve a wide range of people. Like I said, there are a wide range of opportunities. You can work with some speakers and religious leaders, coaches and consultants, podcasters, TV show hosts, bloggers, businesses and non-profits, government agencies. All of these categories of people are people that need content. And I tell you, like, we have worked with all of these categories of people that I mentioned, all, okay, and we have made good money. We've worked with all these categories that I mentioned, okay, and we've made good money. And we can even recommend clients to you and say, talk to this person, okay, and don't mention our names and all of them. Know that this person has this name, talk to them, and you move on from there. But even you, within your own circles, and within your social media network, you can get all of these categories of people and organizations that I mentioned, and you can pitch your services to them in an intelligent way. And after a while, you need to be mindful of the fact that it's not everybody you talk to that will respond, and even those that will respond is not immediately, and all of that is part of the process. You are learning, you are building yourself, you are acquiring a lot of other skills, resilience, staying power, communication skills, and a lot of other things. So it's not just about the task. And that is one of the things that pains me. People are always so focused on task. It's not about the task. It's about the opportunity that the task gives you to experience transformation. We are giving you tasks, we are giving you projects, we're asking you to do something, because you can't just experience transformation automatically. There has to be something you are doing. There has to be a project you are working on to bring about that transformation. So it's not about the project, it's about approaching that project the right way so that you can get that transformation. So for example, now, if you want to make your first 6 figures within the next 30 days from what I'm teaching you, start thinking, who are the people I can speak to? I've talked about speakers and religious leaders, coaches and consultants, podcasters, TV shows, bloggers, businesses and non-profits, government agencies. Now start thinking and start doing your research. You can buy a newspaper, for example, look at the columnists there, get their email addresses. I'm just saying, this is an example. Okay, if you watch TV, you can look at, okay, the show hosts, that you like or that resonate with you, put down their names, put down their contact details. You can go on YouTube, and find, there is a lot you can do. But the point is, put down a list. Now, this is where the work begins, and a lot of people will start shrinking back. Write a list of like 100 people that I'm going to contact these 100 people, okay, over the next 30 days. And it's not as difficult as it seems. Once you make up your mind, there are simple ways to get these things done. And then you contact them in a personalized way. You are not spamming them, okay, because it's cold outreach. outreach, and cold outreach has to be done sensibly with a lot of tact. You understand? Because I don't know you from anywhere, you are just reaching out to me, and so why should I listen to you? You understand? And those are some of the things we're going to assist you with, for those that want to be disciples instead of multitude, for those that want to go further. But you can actually figure these things out on your own. I figured it out on my own for the most part, so you can also figure it out on your own. But it's faster and it's easier when you have someone to guide you through the details. But I'm saying that if you want to make your first six-figure income within the next 30 days from what I'm teaching you, okay, you can start with that. Okay, draw up a list of people. Okay, these are the people I'm going to speak with. And then in your mind, have the parable of the sower in mind. Jesus said, if you don't understand this parable, how can you understand other parables? That means there are a lot of principles, a lot of keys, okay, to understanding in that parable. Okay, that means it's an underlying principle of life. Okay, that you sow seeds, you keep sowing seeds, it is not all of them that we produce, but the ones that we produce will more than make up for whatever it is that seems to have been lost. Do you understand? But you have to be consistent, and you have to keep on doing it. You must not get weary. That's what the Bible says in Galatians 6:9, or maybe 9-10, but I know it's in Galatians chapter 6. Okay, it says that do not be weary in doing good, for in due time you shall reap if you do not faint. The problem is many people don't wait for due time. They don't wait for due time. So, and then they just get weary, they just get tired, and then they stop what they are doing, they do something else, they stop what they are doing, they do something else. I got a message from someone recently, I just shook my head. Like, you have opportunities to grow, to stay somewhere and grow and develop, but you are hopping from here to there, hopping from here to there, and then you now hop from frying pan to fire. But this person actually hops from, air condition, okay, to fire. And it's not even from frying pan to fire. And then the person is now complaining. And that is the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to sit down with one thing. Let me tell you now. And if you get this, it will change your life forever. Let me tell you now. You can do anything. Literally anything. And I mean anything at all. Anything. And make it. Be successful. Be a billionaire at it. Anything. It's just a matter of deciding this is what I want to do, and you stay with it. So as you stay with it, you will start discovering things that other people are not discovering. People that cannot stay, that don't have the stay power, they are not discovering. You can be washing clothes for people and become a billionaire. You can be selling akara and become a billionaire. You can be selling water. You can do literally anything and be a billionaire. But remember that we have said that success is different from greatness. But at least achieve the success first. So I'm just saying that if it is success you are looking for, you don't need to be hopping from place to place, hopping from one thing to another. Sit down with one thing, and focus on it. Then a lot of things will start coming out from it. We sat down with our apprenticeship program, okay, we sat down with, and then a lot of things started coming from it, and a whole lot has come out of it, and a whole lot will still come out of it. Do you understand? So whatever, find that one thing and sit with it instead of hopping from here to there, hopping from here to there. Do you understand? That will really help you. Okay, so have a list of like 100 people, okay, that you want to contact, including organizations and all of that, and 100 prospects, and then you can start reaching out to them, in an intelligent manner. For those of you on the Growth Catalyst Quest platform, you can share, okay, this is the message I intend to send. Okay, this is my strategy. This is how I intend to go about it. We'll provide feedback. Okay, and if you are not yet on the platform, how do you join the platform? We've covered that, okay, before the end of this session. But what I'm saying is, have an action orientation and get started immediately. Don't get discouraged, and know that you are not going to achieve results immediately. You can get started immediately, okay, but you are not going to achieve results immediately. However, if you persist and you are consistent, you will achieve results eventually. And it depends on the amount of effort you are willing to put in. If you are willing to put in a lot of effort, you can start making good results in 30 days or less. Okay, and even if it takes you longer, it's not a problem. Just stay. Okay, stay with it, keep giving it your best, and you will definitely get your desired results. So what are some of the deliverables, for content development? There is a lot you can do. I will just mention some. Okay, so we've talked about the fact that you can serve speakers and religious leaders, coaches and consultants, podcasters, TV shows, bloggers, businesses, non-profits, government agencies, and different kinds of organizations and individuals, and personal brands and all. But what can you do for them? Okay, you can do flyers, and that talks about graphics. That speaks to graphic design skills. I told you bring bring a lot of skills together. Now you can do flyers for them. It's part of content development. You use graphic design skills for that. You can create promotional emails. Now you use business writing skills and email marketing skills for that. You can create video thumbnail. Again, that's graphic design skill. You can create shareable quotes. You can create show notes for those that have podcasts. You can create show notes for them, and those that have podcasts and TV shows. And again, here you are using the skills of business writing and graphic design. You can create blog posts. You can develop manuscripts. Now you are going to be using the skills of transcription, search engine optimization, and ghostwriting. So do you see how you can bring a lot of skills together to create, specific deliverables, for your clients? Now, in addition to all of this, you can do book layout, formatting, cover design after you have developed the manuscript. You can do electronic publishing. You can help them to set up a landing page to promote their book. You can hold a virtual book launch. You do a book launch for them virtually, and they actually make money from that. Then you can also have ongoing book promotion. You are promoting the books that you created from their content. So there is a lot, and these are just a few of the things you can do, and all of these things we have done them, we are doing them. So I can tell you that these things work and you can make a lot of money. Now imagine someone that is just saying, I design flyers. Then somebody that creates a comprehensive package that includes all of this. Which of them will make more money? Do you understand? So that is the kind of thing that we are talking about. Now I'm going to start sharing practical examples with you very soon. I'll share my screen. You'll see what we have done and how you can model that, for yourself. But before then, I want you to pause and ponder. I want you to think, upon two scriptures that I'm going to read out. The first is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 27. I will read both scriptures from the English Standard Version, ESV. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 27. Whoever is slothful will not roast his game, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. Think about that. Now, a lot of people don't roast their game. They don't get as much value as they can get from anything that they are doing. Whatever you are doing, there has to be more ways to get value from it. You are not like the hunter that just goes, catches, an animal, kills the animal, and then does not even roast the animal. So you wasted the animal, you wasted your effort. So you need to always get value. For example, now, practical example, there are lots, but let me use this. I talked about how we have recruitment, and then out of like 400 applicants, we could only pick like 4. At the end of the day, maybe we could only hire 1. Now, what happens to the remaining 399? Now, a lazy man that does not roast his game will feel like that's their problem, and just discard everybody. But I started thinking we have to be able to do something. So we started by offering them, free, free courses, that could help them. Now it's no longer free, but it's still sponsored. Now at the point of this presentation, we give 80% sponsorship, but before it was 100% free. But the point is that we said, okay, can we add value to these people? What can we do? We can't just throw them away. We can't just say they should go. So we started with that. Saying, okay, sorry, you did not scale through the process this time, but we have this for you, we have that for you, and then we also have a lot of free resources that we share with them. So at least we're creating value, in some way. And then now we started Growth Catalyst Quest. Anybody looking for a job, or anybody that went through a recruitment process and did not get the job, you can join, and then you get a lot of resources. Eventually, we're also creating value for ourselves as much as we're creating value for them. Do you understand? See, let me tell you now, some of these things that you are listening to for free, that you are enjoying for free, later they will become gated content that people will have to pay for. You join the mastermind or coaching program and pay for it before you access it. You understand? So that's why I said, whether you listen, whether you don't listen, whether you apply, whether you don't apply, I am creating value, for myself, through this. And then as a company, we're also creating value. The one thing is also that, I'm already preparing for my successors. And my children, they are still very young, but I know they will take over many things that I'm doing. So these videos, they will watch these videos, they will read the books I write. You understand? So do you like, I am creating value for myself. It doesn't matter how people respond. I know what I am doing. People responding positively to it is an extra. It's not the main thing. Do you understand? Now, but if I did not start thinking that how can I help these people? How can I roast my game? So to say, these people have come, into the company, they have expressed interest. How can we help them further? Now, remember what I said before, that knowledge puffs up, love edifies. So when you are truly looking to serve people, when you truly love people and you care about them and you are serving them, in the process, you actually create value for yourself and you acquire certain kinds of wisdom, real wisdom, that it won't make sense to people. Some of the things I'm saying now still even don't make sense to some people, but I know what I'm saying, and you are going to know 10 years from now, 15 years from now, or even earlier, you will also know that, okay, and he used to say it, oh, and I used to know him, oh, you understand. But the point is, we all can grow together. Instead of looking up to somebody and look as if somebody is up there, we all can go up there together if we learn to be diligent. Okay, so I will read that scripture again. Whoever is slothful will not roast his game, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. Read it from several translations so that you can get more understanding, and then pray, ask the Holy Spirit to give you insight. Okay, the second scripture, Proverbs chapter 13 verse 4. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. The soul of the sluggard, you see, still talking about the lazy person, the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. So if you are a sluggard, you will keep craving, you keep wanting, wishing people will employ you, wishing you have money, you keep wishing for everything and you get nothing. Okay, you wish for everything, you get nothing if you are lazy. But when you are diligent, you become richly supplied. And being lazy or being diligent is not by physical work. It starts first with spiritual work. See, let's say it the way it is. It starts first with spiritual work. You think. Thinking is spiritual work. It's not just mental. You think, you meditate, you pray. Okay, you are generous, you help people. All of those things are spiritual work. Read your Bible very well. Jesus said that he will tell some people, when I was in prison, you visited me. Okay, when I was sick, you showed care, and all of that. And they say, when did you do this? If you do it to any of them. So those things are spiritual activities. Okay, pay your tithe, pay your offering. Now, if you don't agree with that, just take your money, every income you earn, take 10% of it, think and pray, God, where should I put this? But the point is, you need to understand spiritual principles and align with those principles if you are going to rise in life. So it starts with that spiritual work, then mental work before physical work. Now, a lot of people don't want to do the necessary spiritual work and mental work, so they now mask it with physical work. If you are doing a lot of physical work and you are doing more physical work than you should be doing, you are lazy because you are not thinking through first. That's why my personal motto, more brains, less muscle. I actually got it from the Bible anyway. Message translation, go and search for it. More brains, less muscle. So you have to think through. You have to do the spiritual work, the mental work, so that your physical work will be easy. You understand? There are people that they make easy things, and sometimes I wonder, you have given people guidelines, you have shown them how to do things, and they still mess it up, and you're like, how can you possibly mess up this simple thing? And then there are other people that make complex things look easy, like complex things, and they do it easily, and you're like, wow, fantastic. Which kind of person would you like to work with? And which kind of person do you want to be? Do you understand? So you need to be diligent, to that level where you are truly an asset and not a liability. Okay, so that is how you can be richly supplied. Okay, so I will read that scripture again. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. So remember that, and remember that diligence is not just by physical work. You need to do physical work, yes, but that is after you have done the spiritual work and you have done the mental work that will make the physical work meaningful, and that will make it deliver maximum results. Okay, so that is it. Now I'm going to be sharing some tools with you. I've given you deliverables, so I'm going to share tools with you now. So let me just share my screen, or let me list the tools. I will list the tools and the resources that I will share with you to help you implement these things. Then I will now show you. Now, one is Canva. We've talked about graphic design. You can use Canva for graphic design. And for those that opt for the premium membership of Growth Catalyst Quest. Now everybody has free access to Growth Catalyst Quest. Everybody can join. Just click the link and join. Nothing to pay and all of that. And you can figure out all of these things on your own. You can get all of the resources you need on your own. But if you want, full support, you want us to, because these things come at a cost and somebody has to cover those costs. We're giving a lot for free already. We cannot give everything for free. And there is something it does for you when you actually pay for something. I paid a lot and I still pay a lot. I spend millions on personal development, like millions, literally millions of naira. Okay, on personal, and I live in Nigeria, so if I'm spending millions in naira, is equivalent to somebody spending millions of dollars in the US or somewhere else, because you live according to your economy. You get what I'm saying. So I spend millions on personal development every year. And so I understand, this thing, and there's something it does for you. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become, and the more value you can create for others. So there's something it does for you. Take all of the free stuff, yes, and maximize it. But once you get to that point where you can invest more in yourself, go ahead and do it. And you can do it right now. It's just, I will give you strategies to do that. You can use OPM, other people's money. There are a lot of strategies that I will show you, okay, in the course of this session. But let me first list out the tools. Now, so for those that decide to invest in themselves and, sign up for the premium program, or maybe they join our apprenticeship program, okay, these are, some of the things you are going to get to help you implement what you are learning in this session. Now, there are other tools, but these tools are specifically for content development for this session that we're having. Okay, one is Canva. You can use Canva for free. You just go to canva.com. You can install it also as a mobile app, and then you can design for free. But when you have the pro version, it opens unlimited, like limitless opportunities for you, and it's easier. You don't have to start picking, I can use this, I cannot use that. You can use whatever you want to use. You have access to all of the assets on the platform. So you are going to get that Canva Pro, okay? Then Creator.ai. There are a lot of AI tools for writing. A lot of people just use ChatGPT, but there are platforms that have refined, whatever ChatGPT has to offer. They use the same. Many of them use the same. They use API that connects to ChatGPT and all of that, but with a lot of improvements, and a lot of possibilities, and simplify a lot of things for you. One of those platforms is Creator.ai. Okay, I will show it. It's not just the Creator has an AI in it. CREAI. TOR, okay, .ai, Creator.ai. Okay, you will see it. I will show all of these things. Then Akumba Mail, we use Akumba Mail for email marketing. You can use MailChimp, you can use Constant Contact, you can use GetResponse, you can use MailerLite, whatever works for you. Okay, but we use Akumba Mail, and you also get access to that. Then Content Gorilla. We use Content Gorilla for transcription. Okay, you will see all of these things, like I said. Then you also get Author Lab for book promotion, creating book mock-ups, and a lot of things if you, want to go further. Once you have done the initial aspects, you want to maybe develop manuscripts and then publish it, promote it, and all of that. Author Lab, okay, we help you with that. Now that's, I've given 5 resources already: Canva, Creator.ai, Akumba Mail, Content Gorilla, Author Lab. Then you also have access to our digital publishing course on Virtual Business School. You get that entirely free of charge. Okay, if you sign up for the premium coaching. But again, you can learn all of those things on your own. You don't have to pay. You understand? Okay, if you don't want to. Then recommended prospects. We can tell you, okay, talk to this person, talk to that person. Of course, we expect you to have your own list of prospects, but we can also recommend prospects. You see, let me tell you something. One of the things we do at the Plenipotent companies, when we are billing, one of the things we consider in billing is opportunity costs. There is a lot we could be doing for ourselves as a company. There is a lot I can be doing for myself personally. So if you want the company to do something for you, or you want me to do something for you, and look at it, what do I lose? What is it that I won't be able to do? What's the opportunity cost? And for those of you that did some economics in secondary school, or maybe you know a bit of economics, you know that opportunity cost is the real cost. And the higher you go, the greater your opportunity cost becomes. That's why, someone like a very successful comedian, comedian and MC that is already successful and popular, okay, compared to one that is just getting started. Now, the successful comedian and MC may be charging maybe 3 million naira per show, for example, and then the one that is just starting may not be able to charge more than maybe 300,000, or 400,000, or even less. A photographer that has made the name and all of that can charge millions to cover your wedding. But someone that is just starting may only charge maybe 300k or 400k and all of that. Now the point is that the opportunity cost and a lot of other things surrounding it are, affect the cost. And now somebody can actually charge 400,000 naira and be happy and be okay with it, because their costs are not much, or for whatever reason, you understand. But for somebody else, that 400 is not even a consideration. Do you understand? Now, so the point I'm making is this. So if as a company, Plenipotent company, somebody wants to work with us, and we say that, see, the least we can take for this project is 3 million. And the person says, no, I can't pay 3 million. I can pay 1.8. I will say, sorry, 1.8 doesn't work for us. Now, if you have gone through this and you are within our network, and for you, 1.8 is a lot of money. In fact, even if it is, 800,000, even if it's 800,000 on top, it's a lot of money for you because the opportunity cost for you is not so high. There isn't so much you are doing. Now we can tell you are happy to do it for 800k. We can tell you we have this project to, okay, it's 1.8, and then we shift it to you, we give it to, do you understand? So that's what I mean when I talk about recommended prospects. So there are projects that we know that this person is ready to do this thing, but what they are offering for us, we have other things we're doing, but for other people it is gold. You understand? So you get that also. That's the seventh thing you get. Then proposals and engagement letters, give you different samples, we help you through to write your own. But even for those, everybody attending this session, we will still give you one sample, okay, and it's a real life sample. We only change the names, okay. But if you go further, then you get more, okay, and we can help you customize your own for whatever project you are working on, or whatever prospect you are trying to speak with. You also get feedback and support. Then you also get profit sharing opportunities. We work on projects together and we share the profits. Remember what we said before, that you should start creating systems that allow you to earn profits instead of just wages, so that you can have unlimited income potential. Okay, so now I will begin to share those tools and resources with you. Let me share my screen. I'll share my screen now so that you can see those tools, and then I'll show you some of the things that I have done, okay, with those respective tools. Now, I talked about Canva. This is Canva, for example. Now, we had a session recently. Okay, you can see the date. Okay, we had a session recently. Everybody says, oh, this flyer is nice, it's beautiful. I use Canva, and this is a pro template. Okay, see the template there. I just changed, the details. Register now became, okay, a 2-hour masterclass, and then I changed the details. That's all. You understand? And it's simple. You understand? Then there are a lot of other templates that you can use. And do you understand? So this is Canva. This is creator.ai. You can check out those platforms on your own. Check out how much you have to pay. Okay, if you have to subscribe to them on your own. This is creator.ai. Okay, and you can do a whole lot. You can see all of this, a whole lot. Okay, a whole lot with it. Like, I mean, a whole lot. And you also get access through this platform. You get access to ChatGPT for free. Latest version, the premium. So you get access through this platform. They have that and a lot of other things. Okay, you can create LinkedIn posts, headline, a lot of, you understand. So that's creator.ai. Then Akumba Mail that I talked about. Can you see the flyer here? Now we sent an email. Okay, the team sent an email to tell people about the session. These are the things you can do. Okay, there are people that have periodic sessions, there are podcasters, there are TV shows that want to build an audience. So this is practical. Do you understand? These are examples of things we have done. So can you see that this is email marketing now? So we sent this as email. Can you see you can get okay, how many people clicked and all of a lot of other statistics. I only showed this for illustrative purposes, for the purpose of this session. Okay, so this is before. Okay, you are telling people about the session and all of that. You can actually even create an email sequence that maybe like 2, 3, 4 emails, telling them about stuff, building anticipation and all of that. Then after we shared the video recording, that's also another email. Now, can you see the thumbnail? Okay, that was created here. The video thumbnail that was also created with Canva. Let me see if I can open that just to show you. Okay. Okay, let me just go to Canva back. Okay, but I'm just showing you that these things are practical things, and you actually have all the tools that you need, okay, at your disposal. My internet connection is slow. We'll come back to this. Okay, I've shown you Akumba Mail that we use for sending mails, and I've shown you examples. Now you can see, okay, 36.4% of people clicked here. Okay, clicked on this image. Then 63.6% clicked on the link. I would have thought that more people would click on the image than the link, but you have statistics to show you, so you know what to focus on. And then that both are important. I'll just put link. I won't put the thumbnail, and that everything works together. Do you get? And then you bring a lot of skills together, to create your desired results. And there is a lot you can check. There is a lot that that you can get from this. A lot of vital information, and those are the things you put together when preparing your pitch. Okay, when selling your services to clients. So how exactly are you creating value for them? So all of those statistics that they get, how are they going to use them? You understand? You think through it for them, and you show them in very practical ways. Okay, so those are some of the things. Can you see this is the thumbnail, that I just showed you here. This thumbnail here, it was also designed on Canva. Okay, you can see it here. Okay, see it here. It's still loading. It has not loaded properly, but it's there. When it finishes loading, you'll see it. Then this is Content Gorilla that I also mentioned. Now, let's say I want to transcribe this, for example. Now, you are offering this service to a client. Now, one of the things you are saying is, oh, I will develop a manuscript for you, from your sessions, from your podcast, whatever, or from, if you are speaking with a pastor, from your messages. So you go to YouTube, you get the message or the podcast or whatever it is, you copy the link. I want to copy the link of this one now. My internet connection is really very slow this time. Okay, let's move on. So, okay, fine, it's here now. So copy. So if I copy this link now and I paste it in Content Gorilla and I click search, you can just watch what will happen. Of course, there are other ways to do this. There are manual ways. You can copy the transcript from YouTube, but that if you have all of the timestamps, you have to keep, start removing, some other things. Now, but here now, just see what will happen. If I click on create posts from this now, I click on create posts. It will extract the transcript for me in a cleaner way, and then I can also do a lot of things with it. Then I can begin to edit the transcript. I can create a manuscript from it. There is a whole lot that can be achieved, okay, with it. Then we also have this Author Lab. Okay, so this one, there is a whole lot. See, book mockup creator. After you have prepared the manuscript, you have the book and all of that, you can create mockups and charge for that separately or include it in the package. Stock photos, social media graphics. There is a whole lot. Cover review builder, testimonial builder, book audio graph maker, book teaser builder, book GI builder, Facebook cover. Everything you need to promote your book or to promote your clients' books. Or if you are an author yourself, you are working with authors. Everything you need. This platform, or almost everything you need. Can you see all of the so you get a lot. And then there is also training, a lot of training that even if you don't know anything about publishing, about creating services for authors, once you get on the platform and you maximize the tools and resources there, you understand these things. So these are just to show you that we're not just doing this thing, like it's actually tools that we own. It's not like I'm just showing you. You see that I'm logged in. All of these tools that I'm showing you, I'm logged into them. So let me see if I can show you some mock-ups, for some projects, but the internet connection is poor. That's the thing. So let's move on. Hopefully it would have loaded before we finished. Okay, so this is a digital publishing course, so you get free access to it, okay, to help you implement, okay, if you decide to sign up for the premium package, okay, which I'm going to talk about after now. Then you can also get access to other courses on Virtual Business School. Okay, so I'm just showing you that all of these things are within your reach. Okay, all of the tools and resources you need are within your reach. So this is the engagement letter sample that I spoke about. We just changed the name. This is not somebody's name, so if it looks like your name, we just made up this name. You understand? But it is a real, everything here is real. The only difference is that we change this name and we change the name of the company that we sent the letter to, but everything else is real. This was in 2022, okay, July 2022, and so you see, so you have this, you can look through it and adapt it for yourself. Okay, that's why I'm showing it. You can adapt it. Back then, we were charging 200,000 naira per quarter, but that was then, and then it was a starting amount. At the same time, we had a project that we were charging 480,000 naira per month. Do you understand? So when we say you can make six-figure income consistently, it is what we have done, and we know that it's possible. So there was another 480k per month. This one we started with 200k per quarter, and that's even a good start. And then we had a partnership offer, that made it, an attractive offer, for the client. So all of these things, there is wisdom, on how to deploy these things. We said you need to be able to create value, then communicate value. Now, your engagement letter is one of the ways through which you communicate value. Then you capture value in return by charging well, appropriately, and then you get paid. Now, this was actually handled by Precious, and if you go to our digital entrepreneurship empowerment program page, you will find a testimonial there. So she was going through our apprenticeship program at the time, or our internship program, whichever way you look at it, it's the same, one and the same. We used to call it virtual internship program, but it's now global apprenticeship program. So she was going through, see what she said here. So this is the person that actually worked on that project. And at the time, Okay, she was even in school. Yes, she hadn't finished school then. She hadn't finished school. She was still an undergraduate at the time, and she was the one that handled the project. We saw her name on the letter. So like these are practical things that anybody can do, and so you are going to have access to all of these tools. Okay, and you can also decide to figure it out. And now let's go back to Content Gorilla. You see the video that I posted and picked create post. Can you see? So this is the topic. Hello, this is the transcript. Hello and welcome to our session today. We're going to be talking about a very important topic that you just edit this and then you have a clean transcript and then you can convert that transcript into a book. And these are things that we have done and things that we are doing. So I know that it's possible. I know that it works, and I know that you can make a lot of money from it. And you can do these things manually if you don't have the tools and if you don't want to sign up for premium. But at least I've shown you what to do. Like how many people? Not many people will show you what they are doing, what they are doing to make money. They are creating competitors for themselves. Do you get? But I'm willing to share, happy to share, and happy to help. Okay. There's something else I also wanted to show you that was not loading before. Okay, I think it's the thumbnail. Okay, it has loaded properly now. Can you see? So it's created in Canva. It's not anything difficult. You have the templates to use and all of that. So now it's up to you to now make up your mind. Do you want to figure out everything on your own, or would you like to get some help? Okay, and would you like to get some help and let my team and I, okay, assist you with the entire process. So if you want to get some help, then you need to be willing to invest in yourself. And if you are not willing to invest in yourself, why should anyone, okay, be willing to invest in you? Okay, now I'm going to show you what to do to invest in yourself. But before then, let me prepare your mind. Don't say I cannot afford it. That's the first thing that comes to many people's mind. When you say, they say I cannot afford it. Don't say I cannot afford it. Instead, say, how can I afford it? When you say I cannot afford it, you shut down your brain. But when you say, how can I afford it, your brain starts thinking, okay, and then you can figure out, see, I want this thing, and then I am going to get it, and then you figure out ways to get it. But then you have to be sure, you have to see it. Okay, if you don't see it, don't go for it. For example, Abraham, when God said, okay, Abraham, go and sacrifice your only son, the Bible says that Abraham received Isaac back in a figure. Like Abraham knew that, say, I'm going to sacrifice Isaac, but one way or the other, I don't know how, but I'm going to come back with this Isaac. So in the same way, before you put down your money, before you say, I'm going to invest in this program, see it. See the way you are going to make your money back. If you don't see it, don't invest. You understand? Because it's up to you, really. We will do all of the support and all of that, but it is up to you. So see it. Okay, I'm going to speak with this person. I'm going to do this. Okay, even if I don't make money now, okay, I'm going to make money within the next 3 months. See it clearly. Then once you see it, so that's why Abraham saw it. So that's why when he went, with his servants and all of that, he told them, okay, stay with the donkeys. When they were close to the place where he would offer the sacrifice, stay with the donkeys. I and the son will go, further and worship. Then we will come back to you. He knew he was supposed to kill Isaac there as a sacrifice, but he had seen him. He had received him back in a figure. So he knew that the one way or the other they were going to come back. And right there at the point of need, and that's Jehovah Jireh, at the point of need, it shall be provided. So if you make up your mind and you see it in a figure, you receive your money back in multiple folds in a figure, there is not going to be difficult for you to make the investment. So you, just like Abraham received Isaac in a figure, you also must receive your ROI, your return investment. You must receive it back in the figure. You must have an image in your mind, okay, of how it is going to happen. Okay, then when you get to that point, you see that God will provide what you need to make that sacrifice. God will provide it, just like He provided a ram, for Abraham's sacrifice. He's going to provide the money, okay, that you need to invest, okay, in the premium program. And or if you are signing up for the apprenticeship program instead and you win a scholarship, you only pay 10% of the actual enrollment fee, and then you get access to all of these things, everything. And instead of paying monthly, you have everything for a whole 6 months. Okay, but I'll show you all of that. I'm just saying that before you make the investment, receive it back, receive your ROI in a figure, know exactly what you are going to do. Okay, see yourself making the money back. If you feel like, this thing is nice, but I'm not going to make money back, don't invest. You understand? We're not looking for money, we're looking to help people. And the things that I have done are the things I'm showing people. And I wanted to make everything free. It has always been free, but God told me that, see, take them through the process you went through. Don't try to make things unnecessarily too simplified or unnecessarily easy. Don't give them a false image of, let them do what you have done. I have invested in myself, I continue to do that. I've paid for a lot of trainings, I continue to pay, and all of that for the ones I should pay for. So I'm inviting you to also do the same, knowing that you will get it back over and over and over again. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you how much it is. You go to this link, linkapp.click/p catalyst, because the price is going to keep changing, and it will keep changing depending on what we have on ground. It can increase, it can reduce, but whatever you get, you know that you are going to get at least 10 times more value in return. Even if it is only those tools that you get access to, it's a lot. Even if it is the courses on virtual business school alone that you get access to, it's a lot. So whatever you are investing is a very, very small fraction of the value that you actually get. So go to linkapp.click/p catalyst, P for premium, linkapp.click/p catalyst, and then you see how to make the necessary investment. Now, if you say, I just don't have money, or whatever, there are options. There is the DIY alternative. I'll give you 6 options. There are more, but I'll give you 6. 1, there is the DIY option. You can do it yourself. I've given you everything you need. I've shown you what to do. You can do it yourself. You can use Canva, free version. You can use MailChimp instead of Akumba Mail and use their free version. You can figure it out on your own. That's the DIY alternative. Do it yourself. Now, what I'm offering with the premium version is DWY, done with you. So we'll do it together. I show you, I help you through your encounter issues. We deal with those issues together. So but if you are not willing to take that, you have the DIY alternative. You can do it yourself. Then there is the DEEP membership, DEEP. That's our Digital Entrepreneurship Empowerment Program. If you apply for Digital Entrepreneurship Empowerment Program and you win a scholarship, congrats. Now, let me mention that the investment is a monthly investment. We have monthly challenges. Okay, you do this, this month, and then you make a lot of money, or you learn a lot, and then you make money from it later, whichever way, but it's a monthly thing. But once you enroll in DEEP is a 6-month program, and if you win a scholarship, most people that get admitted actually win scholarships. So if you win a scholarship, you only pay 10% of the actual enrollment fee, and then you don't pay anything again, and you have full access to all of the tools I've mentioned and many more. You also have access to our workspace. So you see everything we're doing in the company. You learn from the feedback being provided to other team members, and it's just a whole lot. Just going through our workspace alone, the conversations we've had in the past, the feedback we provided in the past, it is a whole lot of value. So if you get admitted into the Digital Entrepreneurship Empowerment Program or apprenticeship program, that's a super advantage for you. You won't have to do the monthly subscription for Growth Catalyst Quest Premium. Okay, so you just pay 10% of the enrollment fee for the apprenticeship program, and you have everything. Then the third thing you can do is OPM strategy. I mentioned that earlier. I first learned it in my school library. I attended School of Science in Ile-Ife, Osun State. That was my secondary school. Okay, and First Standard and School of Science. I did junior secondary school in First Standard. I did senior secondary school in School of Science. So I first learned this in the school library at School of Science. Okay, there was a man, I've forgotten his name now, but he donated books. He was an old man then. Maybe he has gone to be with the Lord now, I don't know, but he was a very old man then, and then he donated his books, a lot of his books, to the school library. And one of those books talks about OPM. It's okay. The meaning of OPM is other people's money. So I've been learning these things for a long time in secondary school, even before then now. So OPM is using other people's money. Okay, so you can use other people's money. You can talk to people and say that there's this program I want to sign up for, and you explain to them, just like I've explained to you. You can share the video with the people that want to learn. Okay, like you, okay, or people that you can serve them in some way. You can offer. Okay, for example, now you can meet somebody and say that, okay, you know what, that they always create flyers. You know what, I'm going to create flyers for you for free for the next 6 months. This weekly program that you do, I'll create your flyers for free for the next 6 months. But there's a program I want to participate in that will show me how to do that, and then you make the person an offer. Okay, and then the person decides to, okay, fine, take this money, and then you are using that person's money to enroll. Okay, but you are also giving the person value in return. So that's just an example. When you think about it and you pray about it, you get a lot of ideas. But you can use OPM strategy, which is other people's money. Then there's something I've called TABTO strategy, TABTO, TABTO, and that is short for two are better than one. That's also from the Bible. The Bible says that two are better than one because they have a reward for their labor. A lot of people want to do things alone. They want to go alone. Never walk alone. I think there's a football club. Is it Liverpool? I don't watch football. But I think it's Liverpool that says never walk alone. I think that's their slogan. Okay. Now, but the point is, you can actually get a lot more done when you partner with people. Two are better than one, and then a threefold cord is not easily broken. One will chase 1,000, 10 will chase 10,000. The way I am teaching you, you can create your own teaching program, you can create your own coaching program, you can talk to friends and say, maybe gather like 5 people and say that, see, I want to teach you this, I am learning from, and then I want us to do it together, I want us to implement together, and then you contribute the money together. You can be 5, you can be 10, you can be 4, and it's a powerful way to learn. So as you are learning and then you are teaching them and then all of you are implementing together, but then all of you are not going to get access. You are the one that will get access. Somebody gets access. Me, I don't mind. People say don't share access. Share access. Once I give you access to anything, share it. Share it with 1 million people. I don't care. You understand? I don't mind. It's okay. My paradigm is just different. The way we work is different. So you understand? People say, not everybody has to pay for it. There are some things that everybody has to pay for. But if you want to share, share. You understand? So we'll bring like 5 people together, 6 people, 4 people, 3 people, 10 people, how many number of people? So just bring them together and then share the vision with them. I've done this myself. Even people that I don't know, I post on Facebook. I wanted to attend the training. I didn't have the money. I posted on Facebook. We reached out to a few friends back then, and then somebody, we didn't know each other before. It was at that training that we first met. We contributed money together, attended the training together. Do you understand? So you can do that. Okay, 2 are better than 1 strategy. Get 2 people, 3 people, any number of people, and then you share the money. Then one of you now enrolls in the program. Whoever enrolls in the program shares access with everybody else. All of the tools you get, of course, we're not saying everybody should be logging into the platform. That will create issues. Now you choose one person that will be logging in, sharing it with others. You understand what I mean. So that is another strategy. Then LDT strategy. LDT is short for learn, do, teach. So learn this on your own, do it on your own, then teach others and charge them for it. Charge them for the training, and then you can make money from that and use that to sign up for the premium offer. Then you can also create customized offers for people, and then use the money from those customized offers to invest in yourself and sign up for the Growth Catalyst premium. Okay, so that is, so I've given you 6 options. There are a lot of other ways. That's why I said, when you think, how can I afford it, your brain will generate ideas. And God said that my ways are higher than your ways, my thoughts are higher than my thoughts. Okay, so God will give you those higher thoughts, show you those higher ways when you open your heart to receive. So what I'm saying is, don't let money stop you. Anything you want to do, if you truly want to do it, you will find a way. When you don't want to do it, you find an excuse. I've given you 6 ways that if you say, I don't have money to, I've given you 6 ways. So you can pick one of those ways, but you don't have an excuse not to implement. Okay? Then I also want to remind you, you can always join the waiting list for our digital entrepreneurship empowerment program. Just go to digitalvineyard.uk/deep. digitalvineyard.uk/deep, DEEP, Digital Entrepreneurship Empowerment Program. Okay, join the waiting list, and you can, if you scale through the selection process, you get the opportunity to win a scholarship, and then you participate in the program for free. You only pay an acceptance fee, which is 10%, okay, of the enrollment fee, and that is all. It's a lifetime investment. It's an investment that will benefit you for life. You can read the testimonials yourself. I wanted to hear testimonials, but we have enough. If you don't believe, so it's up to you. You understand? I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm just presenting what I have. If you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, you leave it. Do you understand? But you can go to the platform yourself, see the testimonials. You can reach out to those people. They are real people. You can Google them, send them out, talk to them. Existing to, you understand? It's up to you. You understand? So God will help you. He will help me too. He will help us all. Okay, so let's take our closing prayer. This closing prayer is a prayer, for the reign of God, okay, to fall upon our land. Is a prayer for increase, okay, prayer for abundance. Let me mention that, okay, Plenipotent Creed is original, like, it's inspiration, my own 100%, but this one, I borrowed it from Pastor Kojo Yemade. Okay, he has a confession that calls Confession for Rain, and then I modified it slightly. Okay, because it just resonated with me. Like, this is exactly. And then there was a day, my wife and I would pray this prayer together. And then there was a day I was asking as we were praying, I said, what did you notice? I wanted to see if she noticed something. I said, what did you notice? He said that I noticed that everything we're saying here has already happened. I said, I thought I'm the only one. Okay, so I said, if this thing has worked for us, let us give it to other people too. Let us share it practically. You understand? So he recommends that you should make these declarations like maybe 3 times a day, for 21 days. Okay, you can do that, but I make it as often as when you see something that is working, you want to work it so you understand. So I'm just saying that these things are not ordinary words. We have used them, and we produce results. The same thing with all of these words. Even God created the entire world with his words. Words are powerful. Okay, and there's a way they rewire your brain. There's a way they release angels to work on your behalf, and a lot of other things. Maybe we have an entire session on that. But I wrote a book on it, Order Your Life. If you Google Order Your Life by Philip Amila, you'll find it, and you can actually download it for free. But if you want to pay for it, you can buy it on Amazon, or you can download it for free also. Okay, so I talked about the power of words there. So let's just take the closing prayer. I ask my Father for the rain of your blessing upon the work from which I have offered products and services as an act of worship to you. I ask for the knowledge of your thoughts and your ways in that which I have set my hands upon. Open the heavens and grant me insights, concepts, and ideas, that a clear distinction be placed upon my work through the uniqueness of my products and in the services I render. In addition to this, Father, I ask for the rain of your favor upon every work I have ever rendered. I ask that this rain of favor will cause the voice of my work to be heard on the streets and in palaces, that men and kings will be drawn unto me, and by these my work generates great surplus. I ask that kings will hear of the excellent spirit your reign has produced in me, and they will open great doors and grant opportunities unto me. Now think about that for a minute. Think about what you have said for a minute. If you are someone that prays in tongues, you can pray in tongue for a minute. But if not, just think about it. That's meditation. You are thinking about it. So when this thing happens, what is it going to look like? How are people going to respond to you? Okay, what will your life look like? Visualize it. Think about it, for a few seconds or a minute. Okay, so let's take the second part, which is a confession of faith. And before we take this, let me just mention that if you are still thinking, oh, I don't even know what to do, how do I even get started, let me make you an offer. Now, we have lots of teachings, lots of trainings. For example, the one I used in this session where I created a transcript from it. Let me make you an offer. You can decide that, okay, you want to work with me. Okay, take my materials, make books out of these. Are things that I have done for people. And it has really helped me. These things have really helped me. So but let me know. Reach out to me on the Growth Catalyst Quest platform. You can go to digitalbuyer.uk/ask. You can send a message. You can say, I want to do this. But don't just read my book before you start. Go to philipamela.org and download the connection principle for free. You can download it for free. Read that book. Be sure you understand the principles. These are the things I have done. You understand? So be sure you understand the principles. You are not just telling me what you can do. You need to show me what you have done. You need to show commitment, because I am busy. I don't have time for frivolities and for distractions. Okay, if you truly want to do this, then do something. You don't need to do the whole thing, but do something that shows that yes, you understand what we're saying and you understand how you want to add value. So you can take some of my teachings and then produce books from them, transcribe, produce email newsletter, produce create a landing page, and then just create value from them. You can make a book out of them. Of course, like I said, we have to discuss this, and then we share the profits. You understand? So I'm making you that offer. So that's a good way to get started. And it's not even the profit; it's the fact that you now have an opportunity to work on a real life project. And once you have worked on that, you can do a lot more. You understand? There is a lot that we can do. There are a lot of projects that as a company we have to turn down, and there are a lot of opportunities we can explore that we're not even exploring, because we have more than enough by God's grace. Of course we're still trusting God for more in certain areas, but like we're not stranded. We don't ever get to a point where we don't have something to do. We always have more than enough. You understand? So you can also you can take that offer, and you can work with me to turn some of my teachings into books, and then you become a co-author. we co-author with Philip Amiola, and then we also share the profits, and you even get, you can even work that you get 100% of the proceeds. Yes, I'm telling you now, you get 100% of the proceeds from every sale that you make. Okay, every sale you make, you get 100%, and then there are other ways where we are going to share the profits, and a lot of other benefits. So that is, if you don't know what to do, at least that is an offer, okay, that you can take up. That's why I say that those that truly want to work, they will always have something to do. But those that are looking for a job, well, they may get, they may not get. So if you truly want to work, this is an opportunity. But if this is not your kind of thing, there are other opportunities that are coming. If content development is not your kind of thing, don't worry. Other opportunities are coming. Stay connected with us on Growth Catalyst Quest, and be on the lookout for the opportunities we'll be posting. Okay, so let's take the second part of our closing prayer, which is a confession of faith. Beholding the present state of the work. Okay, sorry, let me just mention this before we continue. You can change it, whatever works for you. Where I mentioned trillions of dollars, if your mind cannot take that yet, you put whatever you want, but let's take it together first, and then you can modify it for yourself. Okay? Beholding the present state of the work of my hands, I declare that it is productive, satisfying, and has generated a surplus for me, running into trillions of dollars. The Spirit of God permitted the work of my hands as the dew from heaven, producing this abundance that I see. Now, I need neither aid nor support from anyone to fulfill my financial aspirations. It feels deeply liberating to both be financially free and productive at my work. This experience became mine because the Father opened the heavens over my work, and I responded with thanksgiving. In praise, I entered into the joy of the reality of this present state before it ever materialized. Also, you, the Spirit of God in me, opened my eyes and ears to see the opportunities Jesus constantly brought my way, and I in turn immediately obeyed every instruction you impressed on my thought life. Now again, think about that. Think about it for a few seconds or a minute. Think about those things you have said. You just think about them, ponder on them. What will your life look like? Okay, what changes do you need to make? Okay, how will people respond to you when these things have happened? How will you know, okay, when it has happened? Just think about that for a few seconds. Visualize it. Okay, yeah, so we've come to the end of this session. I'll share a list of resources. Our feedback form is important. We take feedback. Some of the feedback we've received, we have incorporated them into the sessions already, and sometimes we even reach out to you directly based on the feedback we provided. We can reach out to you directly, and help you out, and create value for you in a lot of other ways. So complete the training feedback form by going to linkapp.click/tfeedback. Then you can get a copy of the connection principle by going to philipamiola.org. We'll put links to all of these resources in the chat if you are joining us live. And for those that are watching the recording, you should also find the links in the description, okay, below the video. Okay, training feedback form, go to linkapp.click/tfeedback, T for training. Then you can download the connection principle for free. It's a book. You can get that from philipamiola.org. Then if you are not yet a member of the Growth Catalyst Quest, you can join by going to linkapp.click/catalyst, and it is free. General membership is free, and you get all of the resources that you need, okay, to implement things on your own, and to make good money. Okay, so go to linkapp.click/catalyst, okay, for the Growth Catalyst Quest general membership. And then for premium membership, where we share tools and resources, our own tools and resources that we pay for. These tools, many of them require monthly subscriptions, some of them annual subscriptions if you are getting them on your own. But we have those things, and then we share with you at no extra cost. And then you also get personalized feedback, all of the things we have mentioned earlier. Okay, you get all of that. Okay, you can go to linkapp.click/pcatalyst, P for premium. Okay, so the general membership is linkapp.click/catalyst. The premium membership is linkapp.click/pcatalyst. Then you can also get more resources by going to digitalvineyard.uk/RSVP, and there are a lot of resources there that are free when you go to digitalvineyard.uk/RSVP. Okay, thank you very much. So the course to think about for today The first one is from me, Philip Amiola. God did not create us to search for jobs. He created us to work. It is work that creates capital. Are you a worker or a jobber? Answer that question. Okay, think about it. God did not create us to search for jobs. He created us to work. It is work that creates capital. Are you a worker or a jobber? Okay, then we have this from Jim Rohn. I said it in the course of the session. Profits are better than wages. Wages will make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. Think about that. Profits are better than wages. Wages will make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. If you have comments, contributions, questions, you can go to plenipotent.com.ng/contact and send us a message through the contact form there, or you can go to digitalvineyard.uk/ask, okay, and also use the contact form there. Okay, and the next best step you can take right now is to sign up for Growth Catalyst Quest Premium, the premium version. I've given the link to do that. Go to linkapp.click/p-catalyst, linkapp.click/p-catalyst. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this session. I think we should also pray again. We should pray again. And now we're going to pray another prayer. So you can combine these prayers together, and pray them every day. Your life will change. Okay? So let's pray and then we close. Okay, finally. Father, as I come before the throne of grace, let me receive mercy and find grace to neutralize every deficiency and inadequacy in my business and career. By your mercy, I consistently enjoy abundant supply to meet every need, and you directly reward me for my labor. Thank you, Lord, for giving me eyes that see great opportunities and ears that hear the next big thing. By the power of your Spirit, I do all of my work with diligence and excellence, causing me to overflow in the abundance of God's provision hidden on the earth. The Holy Spirit works with me as my senior partner. My career and business have become an expression of my covenant with God, ratified by the blood of Jesus and guided by the Holy Spirit. God has opened his hand of provision unto me, and the work of my hands now serves as his point of contact with me. My business is the channel through which I receive from the abundance of God's love as my Father. I constantly receive the rain of heaven upon the work of my hands. I have a flood tide of God's thoughts, concepts, and ideas, making my work much easier and more productive. In any area where I have missed the mark, conducted my affairs in a way that is not consistent with your wisdom, or acted in ignorance, the Lord shows me and instructs me in the good way, so that his supply will never cease from my life. The Lord guides me into the labors of others. I find the ideas that have already worked on the earth as regards what I am doing today. I received the impartation of the Holy Spirit, granting me wisdom, knowledge, and skill in my field. By this, I shall always be the head and not the tail. My expertise draws attention from higher authorities, leading to true and permanent elevation. I have continued to experience exponential increase in influence and affluence. As it was with Solomon, news of my exploits has gone to the ends of the earth, and the kings of the earth come to learn from my wisdom. God has sent teachers to me. People who know much more than me have come into my life this season, giving me practical knowledge on how to scale and multiply using the same assets I have at the moment. Just as Jethro supplied Moses with wisdom and strategy to simplify his huge assignment, God has opened my understanding to strategic insights, wisdom, and ideas to help me fulfill every facet of my calling without stress. God has brought teachers into my life who showed me how to achieve peak performance in all areas of my life and work without dropping the ball even once. God has sent me skillful associates like Bezalel and Oholiab, who are capable of executing their work flawlessly, thereby relieving me of unnecessary burdens. I have faithful allies like Hiram, committed burden bearers like Ruth, mentors like Jesus, mentees like Timothy, and successors like the apostles of Jesus. These relationships have expanded the scope of my work, resulting in global and generational influence and impact. I am blessed with helpers who will be bridges between me and the next place God is taking me to. By these relationships, the things that I see as out of my reach have become the next logical thing. I am continually moving to new and higher levels of success in fulfilling God's plan for my life. Men and angels rise to advance my cause. Just as the sun stood still for Joshua and the Red Sea parted for Israel, while swallowing Pharaoh and his hosts, all factors, forces of creation, government policies, human wickedness, and every other factor work to advance God's plan for my life while putting the enemy to shame. I have more than enough capacity and wisdom to sufficiently discharge all my responsibilities in my family and relationships, business and career, health, ministry, finances, and all areas of life. My counsel is highly sought for and greatly desired by people in authority. By the Spirit of God, I have brought unusual solutions to their problems, and they have given me the right hand of fellowship. I have received grace to respond to the instructions of the Spirit. My labors are not found in the house of a stranger. Thank you very much once again for joining us today. Like I said before, ensure that you take action immediately. Don't lose momentum. Act on what you have learned, implement, okay, and you will see results that will gladden your heart. Thank you very much once again. Bye for now.